to Channel 7 News. I'm Jackie Linloff.
And I'm Blakerston. Let's take a look at the news for tonight.
It's the last day of 2021. As we all know, 2021 was a very difficult year for all of us. Many would say it has been one of the worst in recent memory.
Here on Channel 7, we'd like to take a look back at everything we've gone through in the past year together.
As always, first we want to take a look at how this year has had an effect on our country, America the Beautiful. Let's let Quinn Parker in the Weather Corner take it away. Quinn?
Thanks, Jackie. As you can see here, our country experienced some unprecedented damage this year. The San Andreas Fault has been the subject of much media fascination over the years. Unfortunately, this year, a catastrophic earthquake finally split the country along this fault line, and California has been separated from the United States.
And the rock was nowhere in sight.
That's right, Blake. We are still not sure what implications this will have for statehood or for the property values of the newly coastal territories.
Tricky news. Thanks for that, Quinn. Not only did the West Coast face change this year, but over in the Northeast, there was also a great deal of conflict. In New York City, the infamous sewer rat seems to have decided they no longer want to stay out of the light. We go to Riley Remmington live on the scene. Riley?
Hello, Jackie. The people of New York should have seen this coming. Their first sign was when our human representatives did not return from the Capitol after their latest meeting. Next was when an order came from the Capitol mysteriously initiating the removal of all extermination services in town, as well as an inverse curfew requiring residents to leave the house whenever they set food out for meals. Once the people of New York found out, all hell broke loose.
Oh, I can imagine.
Good for you. As you can see behind me, New York City is still in deep trouble. Rats are flooding the streets and covering various buildings, leaving no space for previous residents. Residents of New York City have relocated to nearby areas, such as New Jersey and Massachusetts.
I'm sure that caused some trouble.
Quite right you are, Jackie. Still, authorities maintain it is still not safe for residents to return to their dwellings. There are currently negotiations developing over what to do with the rats and whether or not New York City has been completely lost.
Yet another American stronghold being greatly threatened.
That's what I said when my ex-wife started sleeping with other people in my bed.
Speaking of American strongholds being threatened, there are two other issues we of course need to touch upon as we reflect on 2021. Firstly, there was that alien invasion that happened back in July.
Luckily for us, they didn't seem to be all that bothered by our earthly customs and went on their way without any conflict.
Curiously, around the same time, an interdimensional portal opened up in New Mexico. For more details on these events, we go to Alexis Love. Alexis, how are you?
I'm doing great, Jackie. Thanks for asking. Firstly, we have that alien invasion. It seems that aliens have been monitoring us for some time and have decided to make the journey from outside our current available view of the universe.
Right. And the portal?
Unfortunately, Jackie, we don't know all that much. Scientists from around the globe have been trying to investigate its effects, but not much is yet known about what it is or why it's appeared. The only data we have so far is from a quickly ended experiment with a noted scientist who stepped in and said that he had seen the face of what came before God and that he had experienced ennui like meeting an old friend.
Weird. And do we know of any correlation so far?
Unfortunately not. As of now, it looks like we'll just have to wait and see what comes of it.
What a bummer. Well, in this world of uncertainty, there is one thing we can always be certain of. Taylor Swift's new album.
Taylor Swift's new album, Furthermore, came out at the end of 2021 and has another series of chart-topping hits to close out the year. Great work again, Taylor.
Well, it looks like it's that time again. Time for our weekly segment, Where Are Those Murder Hornets?
This is a segment where we discuss any updates on the murder hornets that were discovered to have come to America in 2020.
And it looks like no news this week. Sorry, folks, we still have no idea where those things went.
Just like my kids.
Well, that's it for this year's recap. We hope that you're all staying safe, and we are honored to continue to bring you the news into the future. Happy New Year, everybody. Here's to next year being better than the last.